which is all very cool and interesting. Hey, we've been playing with the lights and playing with the location of the camera. Hope this looks a little bit better. I took off my glasses so we reduced some of the glare and all those things. But let's get right to the topics at hand. Got some questions off of yesterday's blog about, our coverage of the healthcare issues, and one person says, well, why don't you, have you question Boyd, in editorial board kind of setting and so forth, where you try to pin him down on what's in the bill. Well, yes, we have. We have talked with Boyd extensively, and we've presented some of that information in the newspaper in the form of a summary, also in an editorial. But, here's the bottom line. He doesn't know. No one really knows what's in the bill at this point, because you know what? It's not a bill. It is a bunch of bills that will continue to be debated, discussed. I sat down with some folks in the community over the last few days, individually, talking about, what's in the bill, what do I think of it, what do they think of it, just conversations. So no one really knows at this point, because, there's at least 5 different bills. There could be 6. There's a bill in the Senate Finance Committee where people, are actually negotiating the Democrats and Republicans, what they want in there. And so maybe we'll have a bill in which, we can focus on at some point, but at this point we just can't. So have we laid it out? I think that we have, as best we can at this point. We'll continue to offer coverage on it, and we'll just have to see where it goes. But we'll keep questioning Boyd and other folks too to try to get the answers that you want. I know this is big and it's important, and it's on a lot of your minds, and it's all very emotional. We're trying to sort through all that for you, and we'll continue to do that. But I got to tell you, it's pretty tough, going. There's a lot of roadblocks in the way at this point, but we'll keep at it and try to keep you informed as best we can. On to the NCAA. The media. Quite frankly, the Tallahassee Democrat was one of the leaders in that. From the very beginning, on this blog and in our coverage and in other things that we've done, we've tried to hold, the NCAA's feet to the fire, and quite frankly, FSU as well. And we won the first round in court. The judge has not yet ruled on whether he will award to the media that the NCAA and FSU or the NCAA alone or whatever will pay the attorney's fees and the legal costs. But let me tell you, it's quite substantial. It's a couple $100,000 just about at this point. And if the NCAA appeals, as they've promised to do, it'll get even more. But let's talk about this. This is what's at the heart of it. It's not about the media. It's about you being able to get access to your government's records. And no one wants to think of FSU as the government, but that's exactly what they are. And so the NCAA has set up this system where it says, you know what, we don't want the public to know what we're doing until we tell them. And that's just not the way the law works in Florida. And while the NCAA is not technically a public agency, it was acting on behalf of a public agency, FSU, and that was what the judge ruled. The second very important ruling that Judge John Cooper, Leon County Circuit Court judge, made there was where he said viewing is receiving, which was the point made in this blog, and the point that the media had been trying to make all along, is that you can't keep something out of the public purview just by saying to a public agency, this is a very important document to your operation as a public agency, but we're not going to give it to you, we're only going to show it to you. Well, that's the same thing. It's just they did it as a sort of a technological workaround, which is a phrase that they've not liked, but we used it first on this blog, and that's exactly what it was. It's a technological workaround. Questions about the big dance contest? Thank you. I appreciate that. You know how hard this is for me, and it's not helped by the fact that I have a torn meniscus cartilage in my right knee, but we're going to try to figure that out and stay in the contest. Things are going well, you know. I'm hoping that most of the attention will be focused on Kelly, my dance partner from Fred Astaire Studios, and we're gonna practice tonight. We're gonna practice tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to shoot some video of that, and I'll share a little bit of it with you. I'm not gonna show too much because we don't want to give away to our competition everything that we're doing. But I want you to go, if you would, just go onto taloxygenball.org, and I'll put that address in the written portion of the blog as well, so you can just click on it. Take a look at what the ball is. It's for the American Lung Association. Everyone knows the great work that they do and the research that they do. The American Lung Association, and they're working with asthmatic children and so forth. It's real important to me, having a child with asthma and also having had asthma all my life, but it's a very big cause, and a good cause. So go on there, take a look at it, come on out to the ball if you can afford it. It's $100 a ticket, or just simply vote for whoever you'd like. Sure, I'd like you to vote for me and Kelly. $10 a vote, and it goes to a great cause. All right, that's enough for now. Thank you, and we'll talk again soon.